We provide the service to business for the paper, cardboard and cans from businesses within the inner city. Those businesses at the beginning were very small, they were all small businesses, and now they range to huge businesses like DITs and the Department of the Environment and all the City Council offices. And that's happened through over the years. We're getting a better name for yourself and becoming more professional and, not be seen as just a poor relation, which I feel the social economy tends to be seen as by some people. So we need to be out there proving the case.
Sunflower recycling recruits from the inner city, from people on long-term unemployment. Anyone within the inner city that has not had a good chance of getting a job because of their background now can come in here, get experience and go for interviews and say, well, they've worked here.
The whole thing of getting people up to a level of confidence where they can cold call into an office and ask questions. For long-term unemployed people, that was a big thing. And it was a learning curve for us all, not just the participants coming in on CE.
It gives everybody a chance, I suppose. To me, it's keeping me occupied and it's something to do, and the hours and that is handy with my daughter going to school.
But also it's raising awareness within the community because it's such a big project. I mean, we've 32 people working here at any one time, and because of the rollover of staff on CE, you have old workers, new workers, people waiting to come on.
I was in contact with them and then they ended up ringing me and saying, come down for an interview, and so I did and I got it. I never thought much of recycling till I started, To me, recycling was nothing. I just kind of wouldn't bother with it. I just throw everything in the bin and that's for the bin man. It does open your eyes.
At the beginning it was free. We had lots of European funding back to back, and then we realised at the end of the European funding we'd only have the FOSS funding, and we knew we wouldn't have enough money to run this on FOSS funding alone. It's a huge project, and we would also tend to spend a lot more money on training. So we knew we'd have to pull in some kind of revenue to keep that going. So we started sitting down looking at a pricing system, and like any other small business, we had to sit down, do our costings and look at what the market would bear. At the moment, our price is comparable to most other businesses. Unfortunately, the local authority has actually gone for a much cheaper price and they're doing a cheaper collection in and around the city. But we can still sell our service in that we give a personalised service. They call once a fortnight and take the bags from outside the door. We go into your office and collect the bags on the day you want us there. So it's it's a different service. We're saying ours is a personalised service. The other is like a bin service, but fancier. Get companies who'd come along and they'd do it for 2 or 3 weeks and they get fed up. Wouldn't be working, everybody wouldn't be using it, and they'd just stop. So we started looking at, well, if you joined something as a member, you always feel, oh well, I should use it at least for the year. So that's what the membership is. It's to kind of make sure that people hang on in for a year and try for at least a year. Bigger companies, we actually give them a contract. And the structure for that is they can either have 1 collection, 2 collections or 3 collections per week, and then there's a set price, because they might be giving you 100 bags this week but they could give you 200 bags next week, and they need to be able to project their outgoings for a year. So we need to say, well, it's going to cost you so much per week for 1 collection, so much per week for 2 collections and so much for 3, no matter how many bags you give us. At the very start, when Sunflower started, one of the fears we had is that we'd be squashed by the big boys. Market research at the beginning was really picking about 30 companies, going to 30 companies and interviewing them, asking what they did with their waste now, ringing around some of the existing recycling companies and getting costs and price and what they were doing, and also asking customers of theirs what kind of price they were being charged and how they felt those charges affected them, Now some people will give you the information, some people won't. But you can always ring up and say, I have an office and I have 20 bags a week, how much would it cost? By far the majority of our customers we get by word of mouth. Our box sitting in an office will often, someone will say to you, I took your number off the box. Or a little Teletubby van. That van is the best advertisement you could ever have. The amount of customers have rang in here and say, I saw that funny little van and I got the number off it,